The Dallas Hearing Foundation was started in 1997 at a time when I saw a great need to have assistance for many of my patients, both children and adults. And it was at a time when there was a great deal of difficulty getting insurances to pay for such technology. So the foundation was started, and since that time the Dallas Hearing Foundation has provided more than $1 million worth of assistance to patients.
Jocelyn was born deaf. She received her cochlear implant when she was an infant. Now she is 2 and learning her sounds and words.
Oh, Jossie sees a bunny. Hop, hop, hop. Mama say hop, hop, hop.
Hop, hop, hop. Hop, hop, hop.
Oh man! Oh man! There truly is no better sound investment for the use of your money. You're giving a person sound, you're giving a deaf adult or a deaf child whose entire future is ahead of them, all of their socialization, all of their education, their work possibilities, all of their interactions with their families, whether they'll grow up and have a family of their own. To be able to do that with hearing as opposed to without hearing is just as dramatic as probably anything can be. You play the piano? Is that fun?
We found out Cole had a hearing loss at the age of 2 due to the fact that we knew his language and verbal skills weren't up to where it needed to be. So we took him in to an ENT who referred us to Dr. Peters, who confirmed that he did have a hearing loss. November of 2008, when we actually found out that he really wasn't progressing, and we did another hearing test and found out that his right ear had pretty much lost all the hearing in it, even with the hearing aid. So then we went in and did the cochlear implant in December of 2008, and it was activated January 2009, and now it is May. And we've seen a huge progress actually just in the last month with them tweaking the cochlear to get the high frequencies and low frequencies, and working with Linda, whom we work with twice a week. And she's been absolutely wonderful. Dr. Peters has been wonderful. And I don't think we could have gone and accomplished this much without the Dallas Hearing Foundation.
I want to take the shoes out.
Good. Well, his auditory memory is really expanding, isn't it?
It's getting a lot better, that's for sure.
When we first found out, it was devastating. I think you realize that it's not a fatal, disease. It's something that can be corrected, but it's still devastating because you want your children to be perfect. You don't want them to have any hardships. And I remember praying, saying, just let me be deaf and give him my hearing, because I didn't want him to have to struggle. But, you get through that. You realize that, he was chosen by God to have this. And actually, seriously, through Linda, has made me feel like, there is nothing wrong with him. He's going to hear, he's going to, verbalize, and he's going to be just like everyone else, except for he's going to have very special ears, and he calls them his special ears. But it's devastating to know that your child has something that's irreversible, but it can be fixed.
This is Besa Shayla. Besa was born deaf. She lived in war-torn Kosovo with her parents until she was 2, when the humanitarian group Love in Action brought Besa's family to Dallas.
The one individual that comes to mind that probably did more to change the direction that the foundation and to change the impact the foundation has overall is one little girl who moved to our area from war-torn Kosovo, and she was one that we had to go through a great deal of both political and financial effort to approve her to come to this area. And watching her family integrate into our community, start their own businesses, and to have this little girl go from being profoundly deaf to now being a hearing speaking child who's mainstreamed in the schools. She is still now one of our closest patients that we have. It has been such a joy to watch her grow up, that she is simply a symbol of what we have the privilege of participating in on a daily basis, in watching over time the effects of this treatment we provide.
Besa received a cochlear implant from the Dallas Hearing Foundation when she was 2, and has received audiological therapy from Linda Daniel and DHF since her implantation. This is Besa today. She is now 12 and attends Spring Creek Elementary School, a public school in the Richardson School District. Besa wants to be an architect like her mom, or an actress.
It's time we flew, said Ickle me, pickle me, tickle me too. Ickle was captain and Pickle was crew, and Tickle served coffee and mulligan stew. As higher and higher and higher they flew.
Through the foundation, people that don't have any other form of health care coverage can get the cochlear implant, the surgery, all the hospital fees covered, the programming of the device, all of the therapy, and we also have a education fund so that children who qualify can get scholarships to go to appropriate private schools.
The Dallas Hearing Foundation has been a passion of our heart, and of mine in particular, simply because of the mission I have felt called to bring hearing technology to as many people in our community as possible and in the world. This year's event will have a much broader influence and draw for our community from a fundraising standpoint. We hope that Sounds of the Season will not simply be a great success with regard to the funds that Dallas Hearing Foundation will have to help our recipients, but also be a great time for those who come, as well as educational in getting the message out of the kind of services we provide.